Savannah meets Donald.
It sure is a nice day out here today. A little fresh air may actually help me get over everything Sean did to me and our son. I still can't get over the fact that my own ex-husband cheated on me with a bunch of strippers and tricked me into helping him abuse Deacon all these years.
It sure is a nice day out here today. A little fresh air is actually good for me since I'm off duty for today. Wow, that woman sitting on the bench over there looks sad. Something must be bothering her. Not sure what it is, but I think I should sit next to her and comfort her. Excuse me, miss, but I couldn't help but notice you look a little sad. Mind if I sit next to you for a minute?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, and by the way, my name's Donald Olson. What's yours?
Savannah. It's nice to meet you.
Same here. So, what seems to be the problem?
Well, to make a long story short, I'm currently single because I filed my ex-husband for a divorce.
You did? Why?
Because he tricked me into helping him abuse my son Deacon, cheated on me with a bunch of strippers, and forged a police report of a crime our son never committed.
Wait a minute, did you say your son's name is Deacon?
Yes.
Does this mean that your ex-husband's name is Sean Buford? Sean Buford?
You know about Sean?
I recently learned about your ex ever since I began working for the Ravenoftopia Police Department. I also heard about the crimes he committed back at your old hometown. And believe me, that guy was not only a jerk, but a bad influence to you. A beautiful woman like you doesn't deserve to be duped like that.
It's true, but Sean's abuse wasn't the only reason why my son became a troublemaker in the first place. Deacon also got bullied for having long hair prior to high school.
Your son was bullied too? I got a kid of mine who also got bullied in the past.
You too?
Yes, my daughter, Valyria, got bullied at school as well, but for a completely different reason.
Why? What happened?
When my daughter was 11 years old, she and her mother went out shopping for new clothes for her 6th grade year of middle school. However, they both got hit by a drunk driver. I was working full-time as an office clerk back then. But when I got a call from the police about my wife and daughter getting rushed to the hospital, I called out early, asked for someone to cover for me, and rushed all the way to the hospital to check up on them. The good news is my daughter survived and was only in stable condition. The bad news is, the same couldn't be said about my wife, Mandy. She died before I could make it to the hospital in time. Since then, my daughter began to resent me and blamed me for never being there for her from the start. So to make up for my late wife's death, I decided to work as a cop to not only ensure this sort of thing never happens to anyone else, but protect Valyria from getting in trouble.
Wow. That sounds very tragic. Your daughter must have been really devastated.
Yeah, she got so depressed right up to the point where she became antisocial and didn't want to talk to anyone. That is, until she became a member of the Nightmare Bullies.
Wait a minute. Your daughter's one of these Nightmare Bullies?
Yeah, and because of that, I had to ground Valyria every time she does something bad, inside and out of college. But every time I do so, it feels like I'm allowing my own daughter to push me away even further. Thus, I may need to set her up with a therapist in order to help her better cope with the grief over her mother's death.
You know, Donald, you may actually know better than my ex and I do when it comes to discipline. I should have thought about setting Deacon up with a therapist in the first place, but I never even considered doing so. Even before I found out the truth about Sean, I feel like I failed as a mother.
Well, you didn't exactly fail as a mother, because in the end, you did the right thing divorcing Sean and welcoming your only son back into your family. And you can always start off fresh with a new man in your life, and I'd be willing to help, not just for Deacon's sake, but my daughter's too.
Really, Donald? You'd do that?
Of course I would. You may not replace the bond Valyria had with her biological mother, but you could be like a surrogate mother to her.
That's great, Donald. I'd be happy to help set your daughter down the right path. At least I can learn a thing or two from your parenting style.
Okay then. Also, is it okay if we exchange phone numbers and set up a time to meet again someday?
Sure.
What did I just see? I can't believe this. My dad's hanging out with Deacon's mom. That long-haired bozo is so gonna get it when I see him. I will not have my dad replace my mom with that opportunistic witch. Deacon Buford, you are in for a world of pain.
Hey Valyria, maybe you'll want to stop and think about that for a minute. I mean, your mother did die when you were 11 years old, but she wouldn't want you to do something like this.
Mind your own business, old man.
Okay, but you need to understand that the path you're taking could get you into some serious trouble. Just saying. Well, you all pretty much saw Valyria's reaction to Donald's affair with Savannah. But now it's time to see Deacon's reaction to it. Come in. Oh hey Mom. You look like you're in a good mood. What's up?
Well, Deacon, I was out in the park and I met someone who could be a better father figure for you than your father could ever be.
Really? Who is it?
Officer Olson.
Wait. Olson. As in Valyria Olson.
Wait. Deacon, you know Valyria?
I've heard of her actually. Simona and Jared told me about her. They said something about her joining some gang called the Nightmare Bullies and that her mom died when she was 11.
Huh. You know, that's a coincidence. Her father told me the same thing. But I wouldn't be too worried about it. Besides, you and I can actually help her down the right path and give her the help I should have given you a long time ago.
Well, as long as Valeria's okay with this, why not?
Oh, you'll know whether or not I approve of my dad hanging around with your mom. See you at the college, Deacon.
And that pretty much sums it all up. Even though Deacon will approve of his mother dating Donald Olson, Valyria feels otherwise and is determined to hunt him down. And while this may be Valeria's debut appearance, this takes place 4 years prior to the events of Life with Eliza, where she and the Trick Gang will meet Eliza in the year 2028. And for those of you who saw the video where Eliza meets the Trick Gang, if you know Valeria's backstory, you'll also know that she'll redeem herself in a later episode of Rise of the Nightmare Bullies. But when the time comes, you'll learn when that'll happen as time goes on.
So with that in mind, stay tuned for the next episode of Rise of the Nightmare Bullies.